I sometimes use your content on my you're so funny. You're funny. You're
Thank you.
hilarious. I like what you have to say. You're intelligent. It's awesome.
Oh, I
But what do
appreciate
you
it.
think about the CBS interview?
I was just working on a video about that.
Oh, I
Yeah,
can't wait to see it.
yeah, because I've been. It was crazy after the hurricane here, so it's like I've had 3 weeks where I've streamed. I haven't put out any videos, so one's coming out in a few days. But what I thought of the CBS interview, I think it's one more opportunity for. How would I put that? It's like the day starts in why Meghan and Harry are once again in front of the cameras. You know, it's like water wet.
Yeah.
The sky is blue. But they basically use the CBS interview to milk sympathy clicks from grieving parents, find a way to make cash, and surprise, surprise, prop themselves up as the new internet police, because that which they cannot control, they want to crush, which is
Have you not slept a little bit
that's
better?
good.
Have you not slept a little bit better at night, George, since you found out Meghan and Harry are coming to save all the kids on the internet from the evil advertisers? Also,
especially
what's an
themselves.
illegal social media platform, George? It's in they said it. Someone wrote it down and then they put it on the internet. Kids on illegal social media platform. George, listen to me, right? I spent a lot of time on the internet, mate. Okay, in fact, I would say I'm a product of the internet, mate. What the hell what are these illegal social media sites kids are mulling? I guarantee you, they're talking about Telegram groups. Okay?
Yeah, they are, instead of talking about TikTok.
Listen, I'm just saying. Okay, I'm just saying. It's a madness. But how do you think it feels when you hear these two individuals coming at protecting children from advertisers on social media?
I'll tell you exactly. They're for-profit philanthropists pretending to be something they're not. Look, Spotify was wrong. These are not grifters. They're parasites, and they're hopping from host to host.
Damn!
And the only thing that's going to be left once they've sucked everything else dry is to drain each other's egos. That's it. Period.
Well, Meghan knows how to suck dry.
That's it.
Damn,
Parasite. She's a parasite.
It was right there. I just had to do it.
Yeah, they're not. These people have. I mean, I think they're playing their last tunes. We're going to see this play out for a couple of more years. Then you'll have the divorce. Because what's left? Harry declares in that what was it, ITV or was it CBS? I get them both mixed up. Which one? He said that he couldn't. I think it was CBS. He wouldn't return to the UK to bring his family because it's unsafe. But he's going for a 3-day crash grab in the sunny land of the capital of drug lords and daily crime in Colombia.
Yeah. Nothing. What are you saying, George? Tell me one suspicious story that you've ever heard of coming out of Colombia. Name one suspicious character, one suspicious woman.
Pablo Escobar, FARC, the socialist drug guerrillas.
Is that Colombia? Okay, I get you.
My brother-in-law's from Colombia. He's told me enough stories. I mean, there are parts, like every country that has certain dangerous no-go zones. But Colombia is not a place that you would think. Also, it shows you that they're saying, this is again where I have a problem with the king.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's let this go too long. There's a difference between being a father and there's a difference between being a father of a country, the king of a country. A king must always put his people first before his family. That's just the role. You don't like it?
I agree.
Quit the job. That
would be my only criticism, George, would be that, he's not putting, that's unfortunate because he needs to be able to discipline his son in a way that it's, I think noticed, and to sit him down and shut him and his Jezebel up. But he is not doing that. He's been silent.
I would do it easily if that were me, and it would be one simple way, and it wouldn't even have backlash on the monarchy. I mean, and I'm surprised these people haven't suggested it to him. He'd be like, you know what? I love my son immensely. And I hear over the last few years how sad he is. I hear it. It has anguished me. I'm going to give him the one thing he wants. I've talked to Parliament. We're putting a bill together. I've talked to the Privy Council. we're taking their titles, like Princess Anne didn't give titles. I made a mistake. I should have never given him one because he wants his privacy, his freedom, and God bless him. I'm giving it to him in a very positive.
Yeah, because
Set
he's
him free, and that would be the
family.
end of it.
He would
Wanna
never
be
do
a
that to
part
his
of the
darling boy.
And that would it's like I'm trying to figure out how I would translate it from Greek. No one could say anything. It'd be like it would be an act of a father and a king. I made a mistake. I shouldn't have given him titles. Princess Anne did it the right way. She didn't give her children titles.
And look at Zara now.
Right.
She's got the perfect balance where she's a member of the royal family, but she gets to live a life. The people adore her. She's doing a Domino's advert and, you know, mixing with the most elite.
So why do you think he's not doing that? Why do you think he's not being that person? Is he afraid of what people would think about him?
Wait a second. Maybe he's not doing it for exact. Oh no, wait, they're doing that anyway.
No, he did kick him out. Sorry.
No, sorry, George. I was when Tina was saying, why do you think they're not taking the titles away from Harry and Meghan? Well, my brain was sort of saying, well, then they'd be able to go and earn money without the titles, but they're doing
they can't earn money.
They're doing it anyway.
Yeah, they're doing everything
No. They can't earn money without those titles. That's the thing.
100%. Yeah.
That's why somebody said in the chat he did kick him out of Farm. I got that, but I'm talking about ending the problem once and for all. That was quick. Here, you're gone from Frogmore, but he left their titles. The titles is the only thing that attracts anyone to donate to them, to work with them. It gives them the resources to be able to buy awards, to humiliate a veteran's mother, to humiliate a patriot's legacy.
Yeah.
George,
So then, in your opinion, George, are they still royal members?
To me, no, they're royal. They're jokes. They're not royal.
I mean,
they haven't been royal.
I mean, in reality, because they're still
No.
on
In
the
reality,
website.
I don't view them as royal. Yes, they have the titles. Yeah, they have the titles.
So
Until those titles are removed, they will have a vehicle they are able to constantly recharge their credit cards. I say at the moment he gets his inheritance, take the fucking titles and be done with it. That way they can go, they can do whatever they want, and you will see overnight. They might have about 5 interviews after that because they'll want to milk it. We got our titles taken away. She'll claim it's racism, it's bigotry. But if he does the speech right, they won't be able. It'll just be talking into the wind. They'll whip it up, and in a year there'll be no one.
Yeah, but do you believe that Charles actually wants to do that?
No, because he's weak.
Yeah, I don't believe that either. I still take them as members of the royal family. I think that I think they are in fact half in, half out. And a lot of people have disagreed with me on that, but I truly it's right in front of our eyes.
I agree with you, Andrew.
I feel like Meghan and Harry are still members of the royal family. They're still on the website, and they're half in, half out. I mean, you can even see it in the description on the website what it says.
Well,
they got living their lives as if they're half in and half out.
Right.
They're going to go to Colombia.
Right.
But then I think the thing is, if the king were to do that, and yes, people would be like, "Wow, Harry wouldn't be able to argue with that because he's come out and his whole thing has been the pain, the trauma of being spared. His title was America. Do I do America? Literally, the fine line of like not going too far. He's trying to like spin plates." But I've lost my fucking trailer for.
It's okay.
Since you lost
it,
it.
happened to me.
That was it.
What happened with the kids?
George? Those titles, for me, I see it is they get bestowed a title and it's down to them to step up to that title.
Correct.
Harry and Meghan just wear it like it's like a fancy dress role play. And every time they step out with that title, it sort of took the magic away. They've cursed. The titles are their curse now because they hold on to them, the hypocrisy, and they're pretty much stood there with a redundant title over their heads. In that, the titles are going to be their downfall.
They don't mix. They don't mix. See, I think I shared this the first time we were all on together. I said that the more they tried to become Hollywood, they wanted to be, Hollywood celebrities, these wannabes, the closer they got to that, the further away they would get from their titles. The problem is Hollywood and royalty, they don't mix. Like they can go out on a date, you can go out on a party, you can go to a ball, but that's it. You can't sell your title to open the doors for Hollywood, because then you start drifting into, well, are they actors, reality stars, celebrities? Well, that has nothing to do with that. So everybody who was watching them for royalty, for their titles, for what they would do, starts losing interest. And they have no talent or ability or skill sets, which is why the only thing Harry peddles is his one claim to fame, being Princess Diana's son. Out of that, what does he have?
Yeah.
So the more they go to Hollywood, the less they're connected with the title. So they start drifting back to the titles. What do? They shoot veiled threats at the royal family in the CBS interview. That one, I still haven't scraped the surface. That's why I said the king, God bless his soul, he's weak. He has not done, he's acted like a father, not like a father of his country.
And that's the sucker punch, though, isn't it? Because Harry's got and had a dad who still protects him to this day. This dad who he's brought so much hate to his door. And I think that's why a lot of people have reacted in protection of King Charles. You think, bloody hell, you're so lucky. And even to this day, even though you've brought all this hate, he still protects you in this bloody way.
Yeah.
But to be honest,
but there's a lot of people, Tina, you know that they pretend as if they're not members of the royal family, as if that's actually real. I think that, like George said, Charles is weak, and when you say that to people that are royalists, they get upset.
So what do you think William would have done?
Oh, I think he would have been. I think as William will cut him to the bone. I think William doesn't play around. No, I mean not physically, but I think William is made of sterner stuff. I think he's more like Queen Elizabeth.
The Queen. And that's the thing I was just going to say about the Queen, she knew, didn't she? 50-50 no, not half in, half out.
Right.
Because like you said, George, they can step out and have dinner with Hollywood, but Hollywood is known to be quite indulgent. Although we visually see this indulgence of the royal family, they can't be seen to be stepping out and being so gross. They rely on this relationship with the people to look up to them, but be touchable. That's how I see it.